What's up, Flock? Feenix here, and welcome back to another Farming Sim 17 Let's Play and Let's Talk about FS19. Anyway, for those of you new to the series, this is where we play some Farming Sim 17 and we talk about some topics, usually on the serious matter. I guess for those of you who are serious farm simulator, farm simmers, whatever you want to call it, this topic will be serious for you too. We're going to be talking about all the stuff that was covered last weekend at FarmCon for Farm Sim 19. But before we get into that, I do want to address something right quick. I'm going to keep it as short and sweet as possible because this is not what the video is going to be about. If you guys want to know more about what's going on, I will definitely talk about it in the Monday video, which I will more than likely record right after I get done recording this one, not wait for the live stream to be over because it's going to be a lot. But I made a post on Instagram talking about the big changes coming soon. A lot of people took that as, for some reason, it got misconstrued as YouTube was shutting down my channel. YouTube is not, quote, shutting down my channel, unquote. They're just making it really, really difficult to grow, and it's getting to be the point where I have to look elsewhere. So there's big changes coming soon. I will talk about that in Monday's video. Like I said, this is more about FS19. So no, YouTube is not shutting down my channel. I have no copyright strikes. They really have no reason to shut down my channel. Or no channel strikes or anything. It's just they are their business practices are no longer beneficial to me. So we'll get into that. But anyway, let's get into FS19. So like I said, last weekend was FarmCon. There was a whole dump load of information that came out of FarmCon. There's been even more, including an official release date that's been come out since then. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the stuff at FarmCon first. Let's go chronologically. One of the big things that were announced was multiplayer and all that good stuff. One of the things, though, that really made me smile was the fact that what I talked about in the first trailer that was released, when I went the for sale sign, I was like, I hope they allow us to buy, like, an actual farm, not just land, just like an actual farm. And that was confirmed. You can build your farm from the ground up and expand on it. I mean, everything from your buildings, like your storage buildings, your animal areas, all that, you can expand. From what it seems, I think it's in here, you actually buy a chunk of land and you do what you please with it, which is super exciting. But you can build your farm from the ground up and expand on it. You can remove weeds with a harrow, but only in a early growth stage. I don't know how. Anyway, lime has been added. In the mission system, you can choose whether you want to work with your own vehicles or if you want to choose the field owner. Time limit has been completely removed, and missions now do work in multiplayer now. So that's kind of cool for those of you who want a more realistic build-up. You know, we like going in, buying all our stuff, so we have it sitting around, and it's more beneficial for you know, multiplayers that have people that join regularly just to buy it out. This is for those people who want to actually build up their farms in multiplayer. This is going to be great for you because you can actually earn money by working for doing the missions and stuff. So that's good that it works in multiplayer now. There is a limit on how many animals can be put in one stable, but Giant is thinking about having 3 sizes, the largest without limit. So adding a little bit more realism in it. So when you buy a certain amount of animals, only a certain amount of animals will fit into a certain pen. From what I've read, there's going to be 3 sizes: small, larger, and then one without limits. They're testing it. That's not confirmed yet. They're fooling around with it. For guys like us, the without limits would work for us actually better, because I mean, there's times I like to just buy 200 cow, but I'm curious how that would work. Like if you bought 55 cows and your pen only holds 50, what happens to the other 5? Do you have to like build another pen? I'm curious how that's going to work. There will be hoses connecting various tools and tanks to each other and to the vehicle. Hoses are attached automatically. So a little bit more of a visual realism. You're not going to have to connect them yourself. So not realism, just visual realism here. The ground connect. This is the biggest. I know I said the for sale sign put a smile on my face, but this was the biggest thing for me, which has got me so excited for FS19 and screaming from the top of the mountains that FS19 is going to be the best adaptation of FS Farm Sim ever, and that is the. I lost my place where I was reading that. The ground can adapt to placeables. Placing an object may level the ground if necessary, just not everywhere from what I understand. I don't know what the last part means. I guess like not everywhere on the map, just certain areas of the map. But I'm super excited to that way. Like, you know how you put placeables in now. You put a placeable in, and half of it, if it's not on a super flat even ground, you got half of it sticking up out of the ground and all that. It's really awkward. If this is truly the case, oh my gosh, yes! Giants, thank you so much. I could come and kiss every single one of you right now. Just give me a list. I'll go down the list, and every single one of you. You deserve a kiss. No, seriously, that's like my pet peeve. I am, and you guys will probably know that by seeing the map like we're currently playing on. There's a bunch of blank patches of grass because I had moved things around. I am very OCD-ish when it comes to that. I don't like having half my placeable sticking up out of the ground. I want it as flat as possible, so I'll move things around a lot. Actually, what I did this time around, I placed it and didn't like the place, so I actually went into single player, found a place for everything, and then placed it, and then did it in multiplayer. Because I'm so OCD-ish about that. So thank you, Giants, for working with me with OCD. Just not chronic OCD. Tractors are grouped into HP classes in the shop, horsepower classes. So if you, instead of having to scroll all the way through the tractors to the end, if you need something with a little bit higher horsepower, boom, you just click on that category. That's going to be more convenient. Vehicles, in parentheses, and tools, question marks, will eventually show sign of wear and tear. Which, this is awesome. Again, adding more realism to the game. From what I've read in other places, I don't know where that article was. I don't know if I can find it. Like the paint will actually chip off tractors. Again, I don't know how real that is, but or how truthful that is, how confirmed that is what I should say. But that would be really cool if over time the paint fades on your tractor, paint starts to chip off. That is more visual realism for us. And they're backing it up. It's not just visual, because the work speed and strength of tractors will decrease over time. So as you own it, it gets weaker. That's pretty awesome. I love how they're shooting for a little bit more realistic feel here. That Giants, you're making me so happy. You're making me so happy. 2 new brands are spotted during the presentation: Agro MASZ and Samson. I don't know any of them, or either of them. I don't know what they are. Feel free to comment down below and let me know, because I have no clue. Nav meshes, which are the animal areas, are buyable and placeable in different sizes. So this is huge for like console guys, because and even like the buying and building up your farm. Console guys really don't have an option to open a map in G, edit it, and then put it back into the console. That's not how that works. So for guys who want to change things up, move things around on their farm, this is huge for them, because it's allowing them to essentially edit their own maps in game without having to use giant editors. And it's even going to be the same for, you know, people on PC who don't want to, you know, work on it in Giants editor. They can just do it in game, and that is also going to be beneficial for, like, you know, small changes to a map in game. So I'm excited for it, especially with the animals being movable, because sometimes on maps animals are in a completely off area. Like, it just doesn't make sense to where they're at. So to bring them, you know, to wherever you want, it's going to be hugely beneficial. My concern is, like, edited maps, would it be able to, like, go into, like, a building, like a cow, you know, cow barn or pig barn, you know, whatever. Will that be possible still? That's my question. Sorry, I'm like burping like crazy. I had just a little bit of soda, and now I'm like, brah. I'm trying to be as professional as possible here, and my stomach is not wanting to cooperate with me. Another huge thing for visual realism, Giants is working on stopping the rain leaking through roofs. It's about 90% done, so it's still being worked on, but the plan is to make it so when you're indoors, you're not getting rained on. A vehicle interior will have cab lighting and dashboard illumination, more visually appealing for us, I guess. This was a huge thing, and this is I'm both excited and concerned about this next one. It's the multiplayer stuff. Multiplayer can be competitive with up to 4 teams. Giants is playing an idea of 8 teams. Giants, I would also like you to play with the idea of upping the amount of people, because right now it's 4 teams of 4. I would really like maybe even give us the option of 2 teams of 8, because we have 5 people, so there's going to be an odd man out, which is not really fair unless, you know, like 4 lead their own farms, I guess, and have, you know, hire workers to help them out around the farm. I don't know. I don't know. But the cool thing about it is the multiplayer stuff. Each team will have their own bank account, their own equipment, their own farms. So I'm excited to see how it's going to play out. I just wish that they play around with the numbers a little bit more. So, you know, if we want to have all 5 of us on one team, we can have all 5 of us on one team. Okay, there are different startup levels. One option is to start with everything, like vehicles, equipment, a farm, and fields. Another option is to start with nothing but money. No farm, no equipment, no fields, just money. Not sure how many starting levels there are. You don't really need many Giants. I don't want you guys, like, 3 is pretty good. To just start out with equipment, you know, start out with nothing but money. Start off with nothing but, you know, or start off with a small amount of equipment, buildings and everything, and then just go like completely cheat mode and unlock everything right off the start. You know, there's really only 3 you need. You don't really need many, depending on, you know, what everybody's playstyle is. Whew. You don't buy fields, you buy entire areas of the map. We talked about this, including forests and meadows, which, for me, my opinion is it's actually gonna, you know, make logging more incorporated in the game, because logging right now is just kind of like a side thing. Like, you can go logging and everything, but right now it's just kind of in there. You don't have to do it, but now if you are actually having to, like, go in and cut down trees to, you know, create a field or what have you, it's actually gonna add forestry as a actual thing you must do in the game. So I'm kind of excited about that. aspect that you actually have to possibly cut down trees just to create fields. That's pretty exciting to me. Giants are talking to the Courseplay developers for not for integration, but for compatibility. So they're not going to integrate Courseplay. They're just going to make it easier for those to use Courseplay with the game, I'm guessing, or making sure Courseplay works with the game right out the box, I'm guessing. So that's pretty cool. It would be cool if they actually, integrate it in the game, so it's an option you can use without having to download a mod. But and the last thing on this list is you can now sleep through the night, skip the night, which was a thing with Seasons. But it's pretty cool. It's one of the things we suggested, because you're always fast forwarding through the night. Why not just sleep through it and start again? So that's a beneficial thing. All right, so that's everything that came out of FarmCon. There's a bunch of articles online. If you want to know more about information, just Google it, because there's a bunch of articles that go into more detail than what I have. I'm just basically reading what it is, giving my opinion, and what little I've picked out of articles. So I definitely recommend you check it out. Go into more detail with it. So the next thing that has been, we just went through that. The next thing that has come out is this is okay. So the person in let me see if I can find it. Sorry, I had it up here, but apparently I deleted it. Well, I just deleted something I didn't want to. Sorry. Going in my history. Why is... There we go. Okay, so the community manager, Lars, he goes by Listerton in their Discord. He actually posted this in their Discord. Gearbox is in, however, not sure if manual / semi-automatic will make it in, as we are still testing here. It will be in sound wise and drive feel wise 100%. How / if it works by pressing a button to go up or down gears, we will see, in parentheses, but that is the plan. So they're trying to get Gearbox. Gearbox is a popular mod that a lot of people use, like as far back as King Merc was using it in 15. It's a very popular mod. Basically, it gives you manual transmission in the game, if I remember correctly. I never used it. But it is awesome that it's going to be in the game. And even if they don't get the actual, 100% it physically working, it will actually, like, sound-wise, and so you'll hear the sounds of your tractor shifting and all that. And the tractors will drive that way, but it might, they're trying to get so you actually have to manually shift by hitting a button, but it's not currently in. They're still testing. So another awesome thing, and a lot of people I've seen have complained that Giants is not listening to suggested ideas. They're overwhelmingly listening to people's ideas. So far we've got them. They've integrated Seasons. They've integrated a lot, actually, that people have, like the hose connections and all that. Here, the last two things I read are two of the three last things I said are huge mods that people really love. Courseplay, which they are working with the developers to make it compatible with Farming Sim 19, and Gearbox, which is another hugely popular mod that they are working to make a part of the game. So Giants is listening. They're incorporating stuff that us PC guys have had for a few years now, so that modern console players can use it too and all that. So Giants is 100% listening to people. I'm just gonna put that out there. Thank you, Giants. Thank you for listening. You're awesome. Don't let the world ever tell you otherwise. Quote from my buddy Silent Fan. Giants, you earned it. I winked. You couldn't see it, but I winked. I winked. The last thing, and probably what you're so excited about, if you haven't read it already, Lars also, again, Listerin. I'm not even going to try to butcher his last name. But anyway, he announced that the official release date was Farming Sim 19 was November 20th, 2018. He quoting him right here, and I've got a screenshot right out of Discord. He says, we like the end of October more, so they really wanted to release it at the end of October. Truth be told, that was the initial plan again, but we want things to be as good as possible, so we decided to go for an extra month to polish the game. And it says 20.11.release everywhere. So never remember, they're across the pond, so they put the day first before the month. So it's going to be November 20th, 2018 for release date everywhere. Also, it's probably going to help them a lot. A lot with sales, because it's going to be closer to Christmas time, so a lot of parents are going to buy this for their kids for Christmas. So it's probably going to jack up their sales a lot. So from what I hear, I'm not saying that's why they're releasing it later. From here, it seems like they're truly trying to get everything working, and they're still currently working on the game. I mean, you take it into consideration, they want to do, so say they wanted to do October 20th. That is 3 months away. That's 3 months away. So the fact that they're pushing it back, we're officially 4 months away. Congratulations, we've all made it. We're 4 months away from the launch of the best farm sim game to date. But the fact that they're pushing it back doesn't seem like it's from a sales point of view. It's definitely from making sure it's the best thing, making sure it's the best, most polished game they can put together. So the fact that they're 4 months away from it and they're still working on features is telling me that they're really trying here. So Giants, I'm looking forward to it. I've played since 2013. You're gonna have me as a customer again in 2019 or for 2019. Please allow me to buy the collector's edition in the US. I will so greatly appreciate it. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. If you did like the video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you guys want to see future Farming Sim 17 Let's Plays, Let's Talks, you only got 4 more months left of them. Be sure to click subscribe. And as always, guys, thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.